So I came across this video here. Shout out to More Perfect Union for clipping this from CNBC. Basically, CNBC did an interview with the chairman of Opendoor. I believe his name is Keith Rabois, something like that, if it's pronounced in the French way. Otherwise, it's probably Keith Rabois. I don't know. But whoever this Keith guy is, he's the chairman of Opendoor. I had never heard of this company before. Apparently, there's some online company who buys properties online, flips them, then resells them. And he comes on here and says something that we know most, if not all CEOs are thinking this way, especially CEOs of bigger corporations. You know, I think it's different when you get to a small business level where often those business leaders are really involved in their community, oftentimes have more integrity. Not always, but I mean, I've seen it in my own life. I know small business owners. Not all CEOs, not all business owners are these evil, sociopathic, sometimes psychopathic narcissists who only care about profit. I mean, look, they obviously, you know, if you're starting a business, you probably care about money to some extent. But a lot of small business owners are really integrated in their community. They pay their workers well, they treat them well, and are good people. But someone like this is a total sociopath. This is the most sociopathic, deranged shit. And we've seen other CEOs have quotes like this. There was one that was in the news a little while ago. I forget which CEO, but it was basically a CEO just being so excited, chomping at the bit, licking his lips and salivating at the idea of being able to fire all his employees and replace them with AI. And there's a very similar sentiment being expressed from Keith here. Just listen what he has to say in this 47-second clip.
The company's G&A made no sense, and so the burn rate made no sense. But you can fix that. There's 1,400 employees at Opendoor. I don't know what most of them do. We don't need more than 200 of them. It's got easier because of the advent of AI and other technologies. This will be a simple problem. One of the reasons why we were so excited to recruit Kaz actually as CEO is when he took over as COO of Shopify, I believe G&A's expensive revenue at Shopify was 14% last year, or this year I think it'll be 4%, and I'm pretty sure they'll be below that next year. So we need to do the same. We need to have the same discipline and rigor in Opendoor. And then when real estate bubbles when they go up, we'll make an incredible amount of money. And when people stop transacting, meaning they only sell 3 or 4 million a year, we won't care.
Total sociopath, and you see the host isn't even fazed. She totally ignores it and then just says yeah to some other point he's making about the company's business plan writ large. But really the key moment, and I'll play it again here, is when he says that his company has 1,400 employees and he doesn't know what most of them do, and he can get away with 200 and the rest can be replaced with AI. This is a chairman just casually saying, oh yeah, let's replace basically 90% of my workers with AI. And, you know, fuck these people, fuck them and their families. Like, no thought to what they're gonna do, no thought seeing them as human beings who are making a living. Just totally greed, profit-driven, sociopathy, narcissism. This is capitalism at its absolute worst. This is the profit incentive totally destroying someone's humanity. And trust me, he's far from the only person that capitalism has done that to and is doing that to. But this type of mentality is just sick. Like, it's honestly disgusting.
1,400 employees at Opendoor. I don't know what most of them do.
Well, maybe that's your problem. Maybe you're a terrible chairman. Maybe you should, go and figure out why the people you hired are there. That's another point here. You don't know what most of the people at your company do. Maybe be a little more involved. Maybe be a little more hands-on. Maybe you suck at your job. I don't know.
There's 1,400 employees at Opendoor. I don't know what most of them do. We don't need more than 200 of them.
We don't need more than 200. I mean, this guy's sick. This guy's sick in the head.
It's got easier because of the advent of AI and other technologies.
It's gotten easier because of the advent of AI. This is what I'm saying. Some of these sick, sociopathic CEOs are just so ready to toss thousands, hundreds, or for bigger companies like maybe McDonald's, who are replacing a lot of their employees with AI, and those self-serve ordering machines that they have at so many locations. I mean, those big companies are ready to fire tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of workers in the name of AI. I remember Hunter Biden, in one of his interviews he did with Channel 5, Andrew Callahan, said that he knew a guy who owned a McDonald's and fired, some percentage of his workers to use AI and those self-serve machines. And he said that if every McDonald's in America did that, that would be like 650,000 people losing their jobs, some number like that. So we're really talking about CEOs who are prepared to cut hundreds of thousands of people's jobs, or at a company the size of this guy, he's ready to cut 90% of his workforce, about 1,200 people, because again, he doesn't see his employees as humans. He sees them as cogs in his profit machine. And all he thinks is, well, if I don't have to pay 1,200 more salaries, then that means more money for me, more money for my shareholders. And the better my shareholders do, the better I do. Okay? Sociopath, selfish, greed, disgusting. This is what they think of you. This is why, whether you're left, right, independent, center, anywhere on the political spectrum, I say this as someone on the left, but if you're watching this and you're on the right, you're in the center, you're independent, I don't care where you are on the political spectrum, at a certain point, this is not a left versus right divide that we have anymore. This is the billionaire class, the 100-millionaire class. This is the capitalist class, the ruling class, the elites. Even if this guy isn't a 100-millionaire, even if he's just a millionaire or a decamillionaire, whatever he is, he's part of that capitalist class. He's part of the elites. He's part of the ruling class. This is the real division we have. It's people like this that are making our society sick, making it worse, totally dehumanizing, ready to throw 80 to 90% of society off a cliff in the name of using AI and technology to increase their own profits. Obviously, the sick irony is that if none of us have jobs, how the hell are we going to have money to buy your stupid products? But maybe they envision a world where they don't need our money to buy their products because they'll just have AI to do all our jobs and produce all the stuff they need. Maybe they don't care about money, they just care about their luxury lifestyle. So if they have machines who can, someday make their food, do the labor, do their legal work, like do their coding, do everything, they're happy to just sip their mojitos on the beach, on their yachts. Obviously, these are stereotypes. I don't know what Keith does in his spare time, but I'm just pointing to the larger point of they don't care about you. They care about their bottom line. They care about their pockets. People like this are sick. They are the worst people in society. They are the root cause of the sickness in our society. Keith, you're a disgusting human being. I hope you take a look in the mirror and understand why someone like myself is taking the time to make this video. You're a cancer on humanity. You're a leech. You're a parasite. And this is disgusting.